Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. This week, we're going to be learning to add and subtract multiples of 10. So here's our objective. I can add and subtract multiples of 10 from a number. What are multiples of 10? Do you remember? We've been working on them these past couple weeks. I'll give you a clue. Let's use our 10 sticks. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, ringing a bell. Now right now we're using our 10 sticks, but we can also write our numbers out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are all multiples of 10. Now what about when you're subtracting? Are your numbers going to get bigger? They're going to get smaller. 100. 90, 80, 70, 60. So it's important to be able to skip count both forward and backwards. Forward we can do when we're adding, and backwards when we're subtracting. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Perfect. Now, when we're adding and subtracting multiples of 10 today, I'm going to show you 4 different strategies. One of the strategies is going to be using your 10 sticks. See how we're adding 10 sticks on there? We could also take them away. The other thing we can do is use our 100 or our 120 chart, depending on which one you have. And you'll be able to pick out a number and either add 10 or take away 10. And of course, another strategy we have is using our number line. So here we've got our numbers 50 through 100, and when we are adding or subtracting, we can move forward on our number line, or we can move backwards on a number line to subtract. The last strategy I will show you is looking at our numbers. So looking at our ones place and our tens place in a number, choosing to kind of ignore what's in the ones place and just looking at what's in the tens place. It's a very useful strategy, one of my favorites. But let's get started so that you can have a better understanding of these strategies and how they can help you. So 30 plus 20. Well, I've got 3 tens right here, 10, 20, 30, and I know that I want to add 20. So to add 20, I'm going to add a 10 stick. Now, if I add a 10 stick and I'm on my 100 chart over here, I can move down, right? I'm going to move to 40 because I added 10. And I could add another 10 stick, and then that would put me down to 50. So 30 plus 20, I've added those two, I've added 20, would equal 50, right? Another strategy is to basically black out your ones spot and just look at your tens place for each of these numbers. So I've blacked out the ones place. And if we look at our tens place, we have 3 tens plus 2 tens equals 5 tens. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 tens plus 1, 2 tens equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you are. And then we can bring whatever number that was. If it was 0, 1, 2, 3, we're going to magically just have it reappear. And there you go. There's our answer. It's much easier to do 3 plus 2, right? Alright, and then there's one more strategy that I want to show you for when you're adding and subtracting multiples of 10. And that is using a number line. So here we've got 30 plus 20. So I started at 30, and now we're going to add 10, and that puts us at 40. And then we're going to add another 10, and that puts us at 50. So that's just another tool that you can use when you want to add or subtract multiples of 10. Alright, but what about subtraction? Well, it's the same thing, we just do it backwards. So if we've got 60 right here, we've got 6 tens, and we're going to take away 40. that means we're gonna take away 4 10s. So I'm taking away 1 10, and look, notice how it's not going up because we're subtracting now. So we're actually gonna get smaller. We're gonna go down. So now we're at 50. Take away another one, brings us down to 40. Take away another one, brings us down to 30. Take away another one, that brings us down to 20. 60 minus 40 equals 20. And if we ignore what's in that ones column, just kind of black it out, ignore it for a second, double check our work here. 6 10s minus 4 10s equals 2 10s. Yeah, there we go. Matches up. This time we're going to use our number line. And look, we're going backwards. So this time our number line starts on this side and we're going to go this way because our numbers are getting smaller. So minus 30, so I'm going to take away 10, take away another 10, so 10, 20, and take away another one, taking away 30, leaves us with 20. 50 minus 30 is 20. Just remember that when you're adding 10s, it doesn't matter what number you start at. So if I have my 100 charts here, and I start at 13, for example, every time I add 10, I'm just going to go down. So it turns from 13 to 23, 33, 43, 53, and so on. Now, you can even write the numbers down. 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56. See, this is part of our pattern. That the number that's in the ones place stays the same each time when you're adding a multiple of 10. The only number that changes is the tens place because you're adding a 10. Depending on how many 10s you add is how you'll know what number to do. And when we're subtracting, we just do the opposite. We started at a number and we just work our way down. Just like that. And we can do the same thing with writing. You'll notice that the ones number stays the same. Ones place is always a 5. And the only number changing is your 10s. That's the only thing you're doing. You're either adding or you're taking away 10s. So 34 plus 20. So we've got 34 here plus 20. So we've added 10. We're going to go up. And then, yep, there we go. We've added 20. And look, we went 34 to 44, 44 to 54. We added 10, 20. So our answer was 54. 22. So let's start at the 22 and we're going to add 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. And we landed at 62. Same thing if you use your number line. We're going to start at 57 and add 10, 20, 30, 40, and it stops us at 97. Woohoo! All right, my friends. Thanks for listening. Until next time.